On last week's show, I headed down to Warrnambool to fish the Hopkins River with good mate Mark Gercovich. But towards the end of our session catching a few perch and bream, Mark Gercovich put the idea in my head to maybe head down to Nelson to try my luck at catching my first mulloway, or as the locals call them, jewies.
Yeah, the Glenelg, not only is it a fantastic fishery, but there's a certain ambience about the place, and it's very, very quiet. You get away from it all. There's the Nelson pubs, a great feed, and yeah, it's just something about going there. It's, you know, a chance to get away from the hustle and bustle of real life and have a good fishing trip.
The Glenelg River and the township of Nelson is a truly unique place. Heading about 45 minutes west from Portland, the river seems to emerge out of nowhere. And even though the highway is some 200 metres away from the pub, once you arrive, it's amazing. You feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. The river itself runs for a good 200-300 kilometres inland, but the main focus of this river is down near the mouth. That's where the Nelson pub is, and it's where all the action takes place. G'day Gillian.
How are you, Bill?
Yeah, good. What's been happening?
Oh, not a lot. Fish have been going, but yeah, they have thinned off a little bit, but there's still quite a few catches happening.
Beautiful. So vibes?
Yeah, vibes.
Oh well, hopefully we can catch some this weekend. We thought we might grab the keys to the, where are we, the brick cottage?
The brick house behind, yeah.
Because we've got about a couple of hours to kill before tea. We might see if we can get one tonight.
Yeah, you should do. Last month the Mulloway have been going mad.
Makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So we might head off, but I thought before I left, you've still got the photo from the comp in May. Got
Absolutely.
the big Bream.
Bragging rights.
Pride of place in the shop.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'll stir you up a bit more about that later.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
No worries, we'll hit the water. I'll
See you
catch
later. Good luck.
With an hour to go before dark, we probably should have just headed straight to the pub for a beer and a good meal, but I just couldn't resist getting out on the water and trying my luck and hoping that I might hook a mulloway before the day was out. The beauty of this short session is we didn't have to travel very far. We'd heard that the Mulloway was schooled up not far from the boat ramp, so we headed some 300 metres downstream, threw out the live salmon, grabbed our Eco Gear VX45s and hoped like hell we could hook that Mulloway. What do you reckon, Jerker? Any chance?
Oh, should be a bonus fish tonight, Bill. You know, the morning's the time, but you just never know when you got your vibe in the water.
Exactly, and I'd better get my vibe in the water, but just before I do, this is what we're using. We've upscaled a little bit. We're using a VX45 in the bluegill colour. Apparently this is the colour that's been doing the damage on the Jews. So we're going to flick these out and hopefully, you never know, we might hook one on dark and we'll have a pretty happy dinner if we had a Jewy come on board.
Right.
Let's get into it. But after an hour of casting those vibes for not even a bream, let alone a mulloway, the sun started to disappear behind the horizon, taking our confidence with it. And with our stomachs starting to rumble, we decided to call it a day and head to the Nelson pub for a good feed. The first hour we've been out, we haven't got any Jewies. There's only one place to come when you're in Nelson if you need some good advice, and that's the Nelson pub. I'm going to go see if Neil Shelton's available. He runs this pub and he's got his finger on the pulse in Nelson. Hopefully he can tell us something that's going to get us a Jewy tomorrow. And while we're in it, we might actually grab a feed as well. Neil.
Hey, Billy.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, very well. How are you?
Yeah, good. What's been happening?
Oh, just a bit of work.
Bit of work, been flat out?
Yeah, it's been very good.
I heard these Jewies have been going, mate. We got about an hour in just then, didn't get any. What's the story? Where am I going to find one?
Look, I don't think they've gone because the rain stopped, the river's cleared up a little bit. I'm thinking they might have moved up. So what I think you're going to have to do is just use your fish finder and come across them. Keep your eye out for some big arches and go upriver, and you'd start from there, from the estuary, and you'd start working your way up past the bridge and just move around. You just move around, keep your eye out for arches. They're on the bottom, bang those metal vibes at them. If they've moved up a little bit, you know, try something else. But yeah.
Obviously, you can help everyone out with pretty much everything from meals to beers to accommodation. But looking around this pub, it's such an awesome old pub. There's some fantastic photos and things. Like, how long have you been a publican here, and what's the history behind this place?
Well, we've been here nearly 20 years, so we've been here a long time. The pub itself, 1855.
Wow.
You know, so it's old. The pub was bought by the guy that owned the punt, and then he turned it into a guest house.
Yep.
And I believe on staying here you could get refreshments.
Okay.
So I would think that would be an illegal hotel back in those days. And it's been a hotel ever since.
So there you go, viewers. If you're ever coming down to Nelson, make sure you give Neil Shelton a call, because he can help you with the whole process. He probably can't hook them for you, but he can probably tell you where to try, and hopefully tomorrow we might put some of this advice to good use, and hopefully I'll have one to show you tomorrow.
Well, I think Jerk is your man.
He is. All right, we'll get something to eat, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you, mate. Jerker couldn't get me a Mulloway, and now I'm angry. One of the things I love about Nelson is convenience, and there's nothing more convenient than the accommodation options Nelson has to offer. Doug and the girls at the BP at Nelson can help you out with some great accommodation. They have some self-contained units and also single motel rooms that are extremely cost effective and very comfortable. So next time you head down to Nelson for your holiday, make sure you give Doug and the girls a call at BP, because they will be able to help you out with some great accommodation that will ensure you enjoy your stay. Well, here we are, viewers. It's the next morning after the night that wasn't so successful. We got up really early, 4 o'clock this morning. Killed me. Nothing's happening as yet. Who knows? It's quite cold at the moment, but we're throwing those bigger VX45s in the bluegill colour like we showed you yesterday. So we'll keep persevering, and there's definitely fish on the sounder. If you look at the hummingbird sounder, there is absolutely fish stacked up. So hopefully one of them will jump on, but we'll just keep persevering and see what happens.
See some fish on the bottom there.
Yep.
Oh, Bill.
Yep.
What do you reckon?
Oh. Nah, it's
Bream.
not what we want. I think it's just it's a bream, but it feels okay. He's having a bit of a go. Might even be net worthy.
Oh, hang on, there's a bit of a flash. Oh, he's alright.
Oh yeah, he's alright. Where was he when we were fishing the ABT comp?
Yep, bad one.
There we go. He is 29 and a half. There's no doubt that catching bream is fun, but when that rod loads up and you think it might be a Mulloway, and then a black bream comes to the surface, there's nothing more disappointing.
Oh, yep, Billy.
Yep.
Wait.
No, he's not bad. No, there's something there.
No Jew. No. Oh, not a bad bream. Oh dear. Yes, normally very excited about a bream like that, but we're hoping for a Jew this morning.
Yes.
Oh, got him.
Yep.
Yeah, quite often the bite of a bream and the bite of a big mulloway can be very similar.
Catching the first bream was disappointing. Catching the second bream was really frustrating. But when we caught the third bream and hooked it in the back and thought it was a dewie, that was the final straw.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dearie me.
And then when you said yes, this, I thought, oh, it's got to be a horse of a bream.
Through the back. Yes, I'm not using him for live bait. That's where I hooked him. And when I first pulled on it, it felt like a lot of weight.
Yeah. With another window of opportunity gone, the morning was over. It was time to go and look for other fish. Yes, we were going to chase bream, but hopefully we could target them and it'd be more fun than catching them when we were chasing dewies. Hey Jerker, I reckon there's some fish flashing up on that sand.
On that edge?
Yeah, see? Look.
Oh yeah? Oh right, too.
I reckon they're bream.
I reckon you're right, Billy.
Oh, I want to have a crack at them. It's bright sunshine, middle of the day, not really good for dewies, but we thought we'd come down to the mouth of the Glenelg River and have a bit of a look around. We've come up this little backwater, which I thought we couldn't even get into. We've just been fishing this deeper edge, but as we've come up, there's this shallow sand flat, and there's actually some fish moving. I think they're bream or they could be bigger salmon, but we're going to actually go up and have a look. We've got our shallow diving jerkbait lures and going to throw it up on the sand flat and hopefully we can get one. It'd be absolutely awesome if we get them in such shallow water. So come along for the ride. Let's see if we can pull one of these bream off this flat. Right, there he is. There, he's on. He's on it, Jack. Yep.
Oh, nice, Bill.
He's got miles back in there. Awesome. Just back that drag off a bit.
Yeah, he's not going to run you around anything in there, is he?
Nah, it's all good.
That's a good flash.
Yeah. Just on that nose.
Yeah, look at him spook off there.
I can't believe that. That's awesome. Alright. We might have to get a bit of a dewie net, mate.
Yes. Haven't got the bream net. Get the dewie net. Still on?
Yeah, mate, he's there. Yep. Oh, yep.
Yep, head up.
Yep, there he is. Yeah!
Good one.
Awesome.
All right, Bill. It's a good fish.
How much fun was that? Now he's probably going to stick in his net because these are ultra sticky nets. And he'd be legal easy.
Oh, yeah, it'd be good 30, I'd say.
Now that is the ultimate in lure fishing, when you see them and you can cruise up on them and actually get the cast in. That wasn't a bad cast.
Good work.
And you actually hook them up. How good's that? Your turn now. Well, before we let him go, we might put him in the live well. The beauty of having like a flow right live well system on your boat is you can actually see if you can get a bag, so you can sort of pretend you're in a tournament situation. But hopefully we might even get a bag out of here, and if we get them all 5 of them, it'll be all right. So we'll put him in the flow right tank and turn him on. He might have a chew on some of our liveys that we've got sitting in there as well.
We worked hard for those liveys, Bill.
But he can go and hang out there with the mullet.
There you go, there's your rod, sir.
Thanks for netting that one, mate.
No worries, mate.
Well, we might give it a break for a minute, cruise down a little bit further, see if we can find him again. It's your turn, mate.
Sounds good.
How good do these rocks look, Jerker?
Yeah, it looks good. Looks like it drops off over there.
Looks breamy too.
Oops.
There's a really good spot just coming up. There's some rocks dropping down into the water, and there might be some more bream there, who knows. But obviously we're not probably going to be able to see them like we saw them on the flats because it's a bit deeper and darker, but it looks good. So we might get another one. But it's so easy to forget we're actually here to catch dewies. We've just spent the best part of the afternoon chasing bream because it's absolutely awesome. I don't care what I'm catching. It's just too much fun. Let's see if we can get another one.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the flash.
He's all right. Need him?
Yep, getting hit. Yeah, he's all right.
Oh, nice. He's all right.
Yep,
He's level.
get up, coming.
Yeah. Good stuff, mate.
There we go.
How much fun's that? There you go, mate. One each. That's good. That's awesome. Because I'm glad that I got one, and I'm glad that Jerker got one, because now it's dewy o'clock.
I think it might be.
It's time to hit the dewy grounds, because on dusk is the time when those vibes work, yeah?
Hopefully.
All right, well, I reckon we might just put him in the well as well and get out of here, because we're on some shallow ground. It's pretty shallow, and we'll let them go in a bit deeper water. What do you reckon?
Yeah, why not?
They'll probably get eaten by a dewy if we don't. But Nelson's so much fun. The fact that you got dewies, but you've also got bream, and the bream is just the best part, I reckon. But nah, they're not really.
Wait till you catch a dew.
Yes, dewies.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
It's my night tonight. Let's go get one. All right, that was fun. I'm pumped. We've got about 2 hours of light left, and we've got to nail one of these Mulloway. I just can't go home until I get one. We've got some bream in there that we're going to let go now. We don't need them anymore. We need all the space for the liveys because the dewies are on, and we've got to get one. So let's let these bream go, get something to eat, and get stuck into the Mulloway. There we go. So they're back to go and terrorise some bait fish. We're about to go terrorise a big Mulloway.
After we've terrorised a hamburger.
After we've absolutely demolished a hamburger.
The only thing better than this is going to be the dewy we're about to catch.
Good dewy food.
Hope the dewy's as hungry as us.
After those fantastic hamburgers, confidence was high as we headed out for the final session of the weekend. We had to hook a Mulloway in this session or we were going home empty-handed. The first hour had gone by and we hadn't even hooked anything. Jerker and I looked at each other and thought, maybe this weekend it's just not meant to be. Cast after cast and no fish. As I daydreamed, casted one last time and thought I'd hook the bottom again. We've just hooked up to a dew and he might want to start because I've got no more line left. This is what we've been waiting for. We have been busting our butt for this for how long, Jerker?
Oh, too long, Bill.
And this is what we've been after. I've come through here about 3 or 4 times and I thought, and I've actually snagged up a couple of times and I thought I'd snagged up. Snags don't move this fast, Jerker.
No. How's that leader, Bill? What do you got on?
5, mate, it's 5 pound. I've only got a 5 pound leader because I was just worried about everything. The line is out. This thing has just basically almost taken all of my byline. I've had to get Jerker to jump on the electric, the motor. I'm losing my mind. We're trying to chase this fish down because this is the fish of a lifetime for me. It was like someone just come past with a speedboat and just hooked the trebles. And if we can land this fish, get that net ready, but I don't think we're going to be landing it in a hurry. But this is just ridiculous. First dewy for me. Even if I lose it, I'm going to be pretty happy, but I will cry on national television if I do lose this fish. So
The good thing about the dew, unlike a bream will go for the snag, know where they are. Mulloway usually
just hang off him.
Will, you know, they might unintentionally cut you off if they go past something.
Just Jerker, do I need to back this drag off?
No, just patience.
Just
You've got a good,
easy.
nice working bend in the rod there. We've just got to be patient now, Bill. You've only got light leader.
Yeah.
Small hooks. It's not like we've got a big jig head or a livey hook in him. Oh, he was on something then. That was very fortunate. Bill. That was your lucky day, dude.
Mate, what was he on there?
I don't know. We've still got a lot more line out. He must have been around something.
Oh, the heart.
Oh, I thought we'd done him.
My heart just went a million miles an hour because I felt pop. And I thought...
It was all over.
It was all over. And I'm still... I'm giddy in the guts from that because I thought, no. And Jerkers, I was just about to swear at you, Jerker, for saying they don't intentionally stand you up. Oh, I see him, I see him, I see him. Have a look in the water. Oh, please don't go onto the boat.
How big was he, Bill? I didn't see.
He was, for me, the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life. For you, maybe, oh, that's just a nice Jew. But for me, now we talk about tackle and like, you know, people don't like spending a lot of money on reels or rods for that matter. This is when the extra money you spend on a good reel, and like this Steez from Daiwa is not something you buy every day of the week. This is a special reel. It's, you know, pretty dear, but hopefully this is going to get the job done. Mate, how good's this? We just come from catching those bream on the flats that we found, that little backwater. We thought that was great. That was so much fun, and we said it's dewy clock. Didn't we? We said it's dewy o'clock?
Yep. Quite a big fish, Bill.
Just want you to go right up behind him and just net him. Please net him, Jerker. Just jump on him, Jerker. Please, Jerker. Oh, here he is, mate. He might have an hour. This is killing me, guys, because I can see him. Oh, here it is. He's got heaps, hasn't he? He's just saying, what have you got on there, Billy? You've got nothing on there, mate. He's saying 5 pound what? Where's my leader knot? Right there. Oh, here we go. He's on his side. He's on his side. He's on his side. Come on, here he comes.
Here he comes. Get that head up, Billy.
You reckon? I'm trying. I just can't. He's too strong, mate.
Oh, he's in the net.
Yeah! Woo! Mate, I can't believe it. We got him. Yeah! Hold up your fish.
Give him a cuddle.
Oh, Bream. Now, I can tell you that 6.4 kilos is my new PB. Do you know why? Because I've never caught a Mulloway before. This is my first Dewey. What an awesome fish. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it, Jerker. This is phenomenal. All I have to say is, for the people that live in Victoria, and they jump on a plane and they head interstate and they go and chase fish all over Australia, if you haven't done this first, you want to get yourself down to Nelson and come and chase dewies on Bream gear, because this is absolutely phenomenal. Come and do this first and then go and do other stuff. You've got to look what's in your own backyard, but I could catch these things all day, and I wanna. And it's amazing, I was physically exhausted and it was just about time to call it quits and say, look, I've had enough. As soon as these fish hit lure, forgot all of that. The adrenaline's pumping. I have got a new lease on life. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. We've chased bream down at the Hopkins River. We got the bream, we got the perch. Jerk has just popped the idea in my head about, let's go and get a dewey. Let's get you your first dewey. Look, to be honest, halfway through today, I thought, I can't see me getting it. It just didn't feel like it was going to happen. The end of the day and the end of the show, I managed to hook this beast, and my arms physically sore holding him here. 6.5 kilos of beautiful Glenelg River Mulloway. You can't get much better than that. And because you can't get much better than that, that is the end of our show. I'm going to go and have a drink, kick back, and I might go brag at the Nelson Hotel tonight that I managed to do what I wanted to do and catch a Mulloway on a vibe for you guys at home. I'm going to go and puff my chest out now and brag a little bit, but until next time on Fishing Life, you look after yourself and we'll see you soon.
The team at Fishing Life use only the best quality products, including eco-gear lures, Japanese technology made for Australian conditions, Trojan deep cycle batteries, Engel fridge freezers and generators, Flow-Right live well systems, Daiwa rods and reels, Minn Kota electric motors and Humminbird high definition sounders and GPS units. To find out more about these quality products, log on to www.vicbreamclassics.com.au.